this is Jazz, finally bringing you the promised Vamp the Lost Soul Volume 4 review. Now, there's a few things before I get started. One, I'm going to do this review a little differently because I realized the last few ones I may have spoiled a tad too much. I said this was a review, not a recap, and I also want you guys to be encouraged to go and check out this volume for yourself without me spoiling everything for you. Plus, it became quite long when I'm recapping the whole video, or the full manga, so also my inattentive brain and my bad memory, I may not remember everything hand from hand, but which again is good because I don't want to spoil it. But there will be some spoilers in it. I might bring up a few odd parts in it that stand out to me, right? So, anyway, guys, this volume continues the whole MK2 storyline. It's actually the conclusion of it, which again, when I unboxed this manga, I stupidly thought it was the end of the series. But that was for what? Maybe 5 minutes, right? And I realized this is the end of the arc. That makes sense. The funny thing is sometimes I need to reread things to kind of understand what it means. I did understand most of it. That's not what I mean, but I mean I need to read. I can't just simply see it, okay, this is what it means. I need to read it once or twice or even 3 times, say, oh, he means the end of the arc. That's what the wording meant there, so. But anyway, one thing I am going to spoil, our poor hero of the story, Donnie, the giant child, dies. I mean, James, how could you? Okay, in all seriousness, I did sort of see that coming. I mean, he's 10 in giant years, and MK2 is pretty much a murderer, a trained one at that, so he wasn't going to survive it. But I just had to point that out, that you would think for a while he was going to be the hero of the story. And again, I know Nikai and his gang are the actual heroes of the story, but it would have been nice to know more about Donnie. But again, it is what it is. We also learn a lot about MK2's past, that he was literally a psychopath from the very beginning, even when he was a human, so that's a thing. He never had qualms on killing people, so I guess his line of work was just in his nature a little bit. We also get a little bit more information on Anna, Jess's mother. She's some type of commander, which I guess, again, I'm getting used to reading manga as it is, so sometimes I don't always see every single word, or I might need to reread it a few times to fully get all the details in it, right? But from what I see, she's in charge of a group of people, so maybe she's part of a task force or something. But guys, honestly, as of now, I don't really care much for Anna. I mean, come on, she abandoned her child when she was 6 or 7 years old, just because okay, I can't say a violent outburst as if it's nothing, because it did hurt Anna, Jess did, but for one, Jess wasn't even aware of what she was doing, right? And she was protecting her father. Not only did Anna abandon her, but she told her, well, fine, then you go out and die. I'm sorry, I don't like that at all. I mean, I guess she's not as near as bad as Jemima or MK2, but because she doesn't go out and murder people, but for someone who said that Jess was her little girl, she abandoned her rather quick, and she has the gall to say to Jasper, she's my child too. Now suddenly she cares about her again? Honestly, when they were arguing, I almost you know what, it's like when you do the boxing, I'm like, yeah, come on, Jasper, knock her out. Family Feud. That was the first thing that popped in my head. Family Feud, right? And then suddenly they skipped to the unimportant storyline of the gang battling the bounty hunters. Okay, guys, in all seriousness, that is the actual best part of the story. I had it teased. I just want to know what it looked like, but I mean, they just glossed over that very quickly. First, Jasper and Anna were fighting. The next, they were more, like they weren't like laughing or they weren't happy with each other, but they were just, it just seemed to go rather quickly. Is all I'm saying. I wanted to see where it turned out, in a way. We also learned something new about Jemima. Apparently, he can't stand child killers. Then is Nika a full-grown man? Well, so maybe in that world, he's like his age is considered older. Like, I guess because Nika's 14 and Donnie was 10, right? But really, are you sure, Jemima, you're in the right position to judge MK2? I mean, he wanted to kill Nika at least once anyway, up to this point. Like Jemima did. He even hired MK2 to bring him to him before he could kill him himself. I mean, maybe there is a big difference between 14-year-olds and 10-year-olds in this series, right? But my gosh, I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. 14-year-old is a child, a teenager, but a child. Okay, yes, I don't like MK2 either. I don't like child killers. I don't condone child killers or anyone who harms children, but you're being a pretty big hypocrite, Jemima. Like, I just don't know how to explain it. We'll just say that she's a big hypocrite, is all I'm saying, for hating MK2 for doing something that you were technically trying to do to someone only 4 years older than that giant. I mean, I hate MK2 for killing Donnie, but at least I don't go hurting children myself, so I have a justified reason to hate him. But anyway, this is the end of this arc, so honestly, I don't see what's going on next. Oh, one more important thing, there is a new character in there called, I think it's Regina, and that is Nika's half-sister. So, I just don't know where that is going to go, right? But it seems like most people are scared to talk to her. They had this ongoing joke where when someone was trying to hand off the call, that they would pretend that they had something else to do and then just leave, right? Because no one wanted to talk to her. The only one who was willing to talk to her was James, because he barely knew who she was. So I don't know if Regina again, tomato, potato. It's like, maybe James can tell me how it's pronounced. Like, I don't know, but maybe she's an unpleasant person to be around when she's mad. Like, I don't know, or maybe it's just the family in general, right? Like, I have no idea, but no one seems to want to deal with her, right? So, but she takes Nika, though. We'll just say that way. She ends the story with her there, and Ran Fang is all depressed. We'll say things happened in his fight that I'm not going to spoil. Kaz also is knocked out. Again, not spoiling everything that happens there. So everyone ends on a not so good note, in a way. Like, they all are in it down, like they killed the bounty hunters and they're alive, but sometimes some of them would have been better off dead, honestly. In this situation, it's a traumatizing experience for them. So, on to the review. I did love it. I still think that James is portraying mental health and disabilities really well. it dives really deep into the back, as I said, the backstories and what made people the way they were. Like, MK2 just seemed to always be a psychopath, from what I could tell, but the fact that he, we'll just say, again, spoilers, murdered his parents, says it without even real reason. He just wanted them to die, right? He wasn't like them. He felt that they weren't like each other, so he killed them. So, but anyway, MK2 does get destroyed, though. Just again, spoilers. Sorry about that. But as I said, I loved the story. As I said, like, I'm really looking forward to Volume 5 whenever it does come out, and the new arc. So, guys, I would definitely pick this up. If not for the artwork, I said the artwork is wonderful. The story is really imaginative, so there's something in there for everyone. It might take a little getting used to if you're not used to reading manga. I'm still learning how to read it right, even after rereading the whole series to this point. Like, I just never been good to the right to the left aspect of it. I'm not very good about that. But anyway, thank you again, James, for the honor of reading and reviewing this series, and I look forward to the future volumes. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel and like what you see, please subscribe and help this channel a lot. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so you know when new videos are coming out. And I'll see you guys in my next video.